Thank you for listening to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This end of day report is for trading on Monday, October the 2nd, 2017. All right, jumping right into it. Let's take a look at the numbers and where we are. Taking a look at the gold futures chart. You can see the gold futures has given up all momentum. This is the third week now and counting. Market needs to close above the 1298.10 on the week to put it into this downtrend. Failure to do so will open up more downside, and we could possibly end up cutting below the Kumo cloud as the market trades below the trend line support at 1261.40. Moving right along now into silver. Silver has given up the ghost too and has fallen well below the trend line resistance area and is now in a free fall position. In order to turn around, it needs to close above 1707 this week. Failure to do so will open up that 15 handle I've been telling you about for the last couple of weeks. This is the thing that I was afraid of back here, and it's doing exactly what I hoped it didn't do. Taking a look now at crude oil. Crude oil right now has broken out again. All right. See, did it here, pulled back, and then broke out again. It's funny how it pulled all the way back 100% of the move from the initial breakout and then turns on a dime again. Crude oil is that gangster market, folks. All right, all it needs to do for right now is close above $50.16.5 this week, and it can carry over more bullish momentum and possibly close above 52. All right, so what do you have underneath of there? Well, you got the trend line support. Trend line support is around the 48.50 mark. And that's going to put you in the Kumo cloud, and still anything goes from there. Crude oil, in my opinion, is still one of those things that just is not trending at the point. You got momentum, but you don't really have a trend. You're still stuck in the Kumo cloud as far as the trend lines go. Taking a look at the Dow. All right, the Dow is just elongating itself. It's just stretching itself out like a rubber band. Stretching out. Rubber band hasn't popped yet. And you hit a new high today. As long as it can stay above 22,210, this train will keep on rolling along. What you got underneath of that this week? Well, first support is at 21,739, and below that, 20,672. So you're talking quite a few points away. So you got 2,000 points of support. I would laugh, but I'm holding it back. All right, let's see. Strong bond, where we at? All right, strong bond right now, looking a bit like silver. It's below the Kumo cloud now. Trend lines have not gotten out of the cloud, so it could still act like a puppet on a string, and it can pull itself back up. All it needs to do is close above 153.31 this week, and it can do it. Topside resistance areas are as follows: 153.31 and 155.04. GBTC. All right, let's see here. 4 weeks in a row now, this is the fourth week, where the Bitcoin is just consolidated and moving sideways and struggling to maintain momentum. A close below 704.43 opens the door wide open for downside potential, all the way down to 572.25, and on the extreme level, 360.66 right here. All right, let's take a look at the mighty King Dollar. I warned you all weeks ago what to look out for, and well, it did it. We danced around the momentum lines here, and then what do you got here? Boom, last week closed right above it, opened up that door for more runs, And you're headed now to that 94 mark I told you about, first resistance. Boom, bam, here you are. And if it gets too powerful, it's going to make a run toward the 96. That's what it's going to try to do, folks. Now, is it going to bump its head at the bottom of the Kumo cloud and fall back down once it gets up to around 97? Yeah, because this particular market has a problem with par. All right, but anything can change. Don't sleep on it. It can cut right through this cloud and blast off, and before you know it, it'll be at 120. Don't play around with these markets, folks. I told you not to count the dollar out just yet. All right, they do what they need for it to do, and then they let it get back up. They know what they're doing. It's a delicate dance with the bond market and the U.S. dollar, folks. Same thing with the oil too. They're all being manipulated to a certain degree. All right, the dollar's being allowed to be soft, and crude oil they're trying to keep that cheap as possible. And the bonds, the bonds are a mess, complete mess. For the longest time, they artificially kept interest rates low by pumping up the bond price, keeping it afloat, keeping it strong, not letting the natural markets take their natural course of things. And folks, I have to say, things are starting to feel a lot like 1987 all over again. All right. Except for this time around, I think the crash that everybody's thinking about that may come, I don't think it's going to be necessarily market driven. I think it's going to be outside influences that cause them to pull the rug out from underneath the stock market, scare people half to death with it, and we'll see where it goes from there. But just be prepared, folks, that they could pull the rug out from underneath for this thing at any time. All right, I just see 1987 again. For those of you who are not familiar with the crash of 87, the Black Monday, understand that the Dow just utterly collapsed. And it wasn't so much as how many points it fell down 500 points. It wasn't so much as that it fell 500 points. It was the catastrophe behind the scenes and how they struggled, you know, to get everything balanced by the end of the day. Failure to have done that, and the nation would have been bankrupt. I mean, it was that serious, folks. Okay, so what type of false flag scenario is the shadow government prepared to do to get Trump out of office? That's all. I'm just going to leave it at that. And, our prayers go out to the victims of the shooting in Las Vegas, the lone gunman situation. They're looking for his girl, for the chick. And, she fled after uh, the law blew her man away. To my understanding, 50 plus people have been killed. And I won't say killed, we'll say murdered because that's what that is. Um, it's just sad. It's really sad that people are snapping. And this is, what happens when you don't take your medication. This is what happens when you have tens of millions of American citizens on these mind altering, mood altering drugs. This thing reconfigures your brain chemistry, rewires your brain to the point where if you miss a dose or stop taking it, you can snap. All right, you go berserk. And the sad part is, this was not some Al Qaeda terrorist. This dude is a local. He's known by the law enforcement there. They know this dude. All right, he is from Las Vegas. He lived there. All right, and he snapped. He snapped. So way to go, social media, mainstream media, for fanning the flames of hatred toward the Trump White House and creating a we they siege mentality. Democrats versus Republicans, Trump supporters versus Trump haters. All right. You made it okay to make gestures and cartoons and memes beheading the president, shooting and stabbing the president, and you thought it was funny. Now you got these nuts cracking These walnuts cracking and snapping and blowing people away. You got exactly what you wanted. Now you got to deal with it. 1987, folks. Remember, postwavetrading.com. Learn how to trade these markets. Learn how to navigate these waters. Be prepared for the 1987 market whipsaw. Postwavetrading.com. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. For those of you who don't know what that means, bulls, in other words, those who are long a stock, who buy a stock, can make money. You're bullish a particular market. Bears make money. Those that sell short stocks or short a particular market can make money as they profit from the downside in prices. Pigs, on the other hand, are those that get slaughtered because they get too greedy and don't learn how to take profits. So they turn a winning position into a losing position. And they do this habitually, chronically. All right? That's what the saying means. And then in the end, I say, take what you can and give nothing back. Meaning, take what you can from this market as you are trading. Take as much profit as you can, leaving very little on the table if possible. Give nothing back. In other words, to the greedy central banksters. In other words, don't be on someone's dinner plate. Don't be a pig on the dinner plate. All right? Peace.